If you watched the Daytona ARCA race this year, you may have seen an awesome post-care center interview with one of the drivers, Garrett Mitchell. Sure, he may have wrecked out of the race, but his presence in the race is a long and winding story, because although Mitchell had to run this race under his legal name, he is best known as his alter ego, Cleetus McFarland. There was a lot of social media hype about this whole thing, and the ARCA race posted the highest TV rating since 2013. Surely Cleetus McFarland had something to do with it. Since you're here on YouTube watching this video, you probably know all about Cleetus, but for those of you who don't, I'm here to help explain. So what exactly is his story, and how did it all lead to running an ARCA race at Daytona? Let's find out. Hailing from Nebraska, Garrett Mitchell always had a love of cars. In an interview with Derek Putnam of Sick the Magazine, Mitchell states that his dad had an auto detailing business, as well as a taxicab business, which led him to be introduced to cars at a young age. Undoubtedly, his formative years gave Garrett a creative spark when it comes to all things cars, especially with the Crown Vics that were a part of his dad's taxi business. When he got a little older, Mitchell got involved with 1320 Video, a company started by Kyle Loftus. 1320 had been involved in content creation for a while, but by 2012 Mitchell noticed that they didn't have an Instagram presence. He offered to run a 1320 Instagram account, to which Loftus agreed. That's when Kyle and I figured out that when we produce content together, things work really well. That's when Kyle offered me a job to be paid to do my work, and I basically took over 1320 Video's social media. It turned into a full-time job. Soon, Mitchell started filming and posting all over 1320's different accounts, and things really took off. Mind you, he was still in college at this point, and would even work while in class to get new videos out. But in 2015, one fateful video changed everything. While at Rocky Mountain Race Week, Garrett and 1320 decided to shoot a short skit under the alias Cleetus McFarland. Within 12 hours, the video had 1 million views on Facebook and 30,000 on YouTube. This success led to the character of Cleetus McFarland reappearing on the 1320 Video channel, until in 2017 when Mitchell decided to create his own channel specifically for Cleetus. He decided that he wanted to pursue YouTube fully, and that going to law school would have to be put on the back burner. The channel soon took off with a bunch of shenanigans, highlighted by the adventures of Leroy the Corvette. On top of that, there were events and meets, all the type of stuff that grew the brand further. The channel features a mix of car builds, racing events, and high-performance vehicles. Cleetus grew particularly in the world of street and drag racing. He is also known for his love of muscle cars and modifieds, which has attracted a loyal fan base of gearheads. What really helped Mitchell stand out as the Cleetus character was the unique and charismatic personality he shows. Laid back, humorous, authentic, it all resonated deeply with the audience, helping to build a strong and dedicated fan base. All of his projects, like the aforementioned Leroy, have that sense of humor and creativity to them that people are drawn to. Apart from the car-related content, Cleetus has branched out into hosting live events and racing competitions, including his Cleetus and Cars events where fans can watch live racing, car shows, and meet Cleetus and his crew in person. These events have grown significantly over the years and have further solidified his status as a major figure in the automotive community. As a brand, Mitchell has been able to use the character of Cleetus to successfully combine his passion for motorsports with an entertaining online presence. His business ventures have expanded to include merchandise sales, partnerships with automotive brands, and even the launch of his own car-related events and racing leagues. With now over 4 million subscribers, Mitchell has grown the Cleetus McFarland brand into something more than he could ever have thought was possible when that first skit came out back in 2015. What put him on the map for me personally was his purchase of the abandoned DeSoto Speedway in Bradenton, Florida in 2020. Renamed the Freedom Factory, the track was saved from total demolition and now hosts all sorts of events that keep the track in business and also provide great content. It really was a great decision to purchase his own racetrack. It just opened up a world of possibilities when you don't have to go through a bunch of middlemen to get your ideas going. Now there's different events outside of the Freedom Factory like the Indy 800 at IRP with nothing but Crown Vics. That kind of thing highlights how fun racing should be when removed from all the pressures of corporate suits. Although he started out doing a lot of drag racing content, Cleetus is no stranger to closed circuit racing, competing in Stadium Super Trucks in 2022, and I guess NASCAR, through ARCA, is the next logical step. Mitchell got approved to run the Daytona ARCA race after participating in the main ARCA test in January, and he had Kinetic, an energy drink he owns a part of, sponsor him in the Rhett Jones Racing No. 30 Ford. The race did not go great, getting caught up in 2 accidents and getting put on probation for ignoring an official's orders, but he plans to be back for the ARCA race at Talladega. It will be interesting to see if things can go better for him there than it did at Daytona. For someone with no professional oval racing experience, I'd say that Cleetus did better than a lot of the other drivers in that race last week. I'll be rooting for him. Someone who definitely worked their rear end to get where they're at is a fun person to root for. I think overall, Cleetus is a case of we made the right person famous. He seems like a good, down-to-earth dude, and he was a part of Greg Biffle's efforts to fly over and help Western North Carolina after last year's hurricane. Today, Cleetus McFarland's influence continues to grow as he remains one of the most prominent automotive personalities on YouTube, pushing the boundaries of car culture while keeping things fun and engaging for his fans. His channel has millions of subscribers, and his passion for cars, racing, and creating exciting content has made him one of, if not the most popular automotive YouTuber there is. NASCAR ran an onboard stream for him during the ARCA race, and it has almost 800,000 views. That is an insane number, but it speaks to the fan base that Cleetus has grown for himself. If you're older or out of touch, hopefully this video shined a little light on the phenomenon that is Cleetus McFarland. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.